Hi, everybody. I am so excited for tonight's training of Powerhouse. I have a life coach, or we have a life coach that's coming on tonight. Her name is Jenny Pederson. I have known Jenny for about a year now, roughly actually about a year now. She does life coaching and massage, and she is just fabulous. I am actually personally using her right now for this year as well, and due to that fact, I was able to find out quite a few amazing things about her. She is a former direct seller herself, so she definitely knows our business and how to balance things. She is a swimmer who tried out for the Olympic trials at one point in time as well. Just an absolute amazing lady, and I cannot wait for you guys to listen to what she has to say. So without ado, I will throw this over to Jenny.
Hey guys, like Crystal said, I'm Jenny. I am life coach, motivational speaker. I dabble in massage a little bit too, and then yeah, a lifetime athlete. So you guys will probably hear a lot of like sports talk in my presentation. So that's just kind of fun. I just do it. So, but anyway, I'm so excited to kick off the new year with you guys and kind of put a little spark in your new business. So a little bit about me. You know, I am a life coach, motivational speaker. I'm a super mompreneur like you guys. Mom entrepreneur. You guys like how I did that? I think that's kind of weird. But you know, like most of you guys, trying to balance work and kids and a husband and all of this stuff, it gets crazy. And so, so tonight I'm going to share with you some tips that I use to kind of balance it all. And then not just that, but just to make this your most successful, exciting, like rock star year ever. So, you know, so with that being said, I want to ask you guys something. Do you guys have big dreams of travel and adventure, but you can't even remember the last time that you took 5 minutes for yourself? And I'm not talking about shutting yourself in the bathroom for 5 minutes to check your Facebook status. Like, really take time for yourself and think about what you want and where you're going with your life and your business. And then, to top it off, where does romance fit in the picture? I don't know how many times at the end of a busy day, a busy work day, where, you know, I'll give my husband a high five at the end of the day. Congrats, we didn't kill any of our kids, and we're still here. So, so balancing it all is hard, and but we kind of knew that from the beginning. So it's just finding a way to make it all work for you. And I can tell you that what I do to balance my business isn't necessarily going to be best for you guys. So kind of tweak it and use your intuition and figure out what's going to work for your family and what's not. So I do specialize in helping entrepreneurs to grow their business and to create these amazing lives for themselves. I don't believe in, you know, the hamster wheel of go, go, go and never get anywhere. I like to add people's unique personalities into their businesses. So some of my language is really going to jive with some of you guys, and some of you guys are going to be like, this gal's crazy. So, so just take the little nuggets and you know, and apply it to your business and make it yours, because that's what it's all about. That's why you went into business for yourself. And you know, and I'm not here to get everyone to blend in. You know, that's what your eyeshadow's for. So, but it really is possible to have the life of your dreams and to truly live full out and have adventure every single day. So, but there's some things that you have to do, and to have a career that you love and that you're passionate about, and that you wake up every day saying like, oh my gosh, this is my life. This is freaking amazing. So, you know, it is possible, because I've been there. I've been the crazy mom that day after day, just answering calls at ridiculous times, and my family kind of got pushed under the table for my business. And then when I spent time with my family, I felt like I was neglecting my business, and I never really felt like I could truly be successful in both until I was. So So trust me, I've been there. I've been right in your guys' shoes. And so take the tips that I have, and I'm really excited for the question and answer. I think that's really where it'll be fun. But anyway, so the number one thing, and I've said this to a couple people already, but the number one thing to separate your family and your business is to create working business hours. And I know that's tough, especially when you're in direct sales. You know, you want to make every sale. You're desperate to make the sale, or, you know, contact that person, or, you know, we all struggle with this, especially starting out, and you feel like you should bend over backwards for your customers or your, potential business people. But the truth is, really, like, if you think about it, would you call your doctor while he was eating dinner with his kids? Probably not. So if you're eating dinner with your kids, don't answer your darn phone. Sit and be present with your family and enjoy the heck out of every minute of it. Trust me, you'll thank me for this. So, and you know what? If it truly is an emergency, you can tell your customer, call 911 and have them help you, and then call me back in my normal business hours. But not only is this going to help you to separate family and business, but it's also going to make you look more professional. So you want to be successful, and that's going to be the number one thing, is setting those boundaries for yourself. Schedule everything. Schedule workout time. Schedule when you're going to do the laundry, when you're going to, mop or vacuum, or if you don't like doing that and you can, hire somebody to do it. I'm all about that. So, but just having that schedule for yourself and stick to it. Of course, there's always like a few times where you can, bend your rules, but really, for the most part, set your schedule and stick to it, because you'll be more professional, and you'll find that your clients will really appreciate knowing exactly when they can get a hold of you. And then you're not always wondering, like screening your phone calls. Oh, I don't know where this number is coming from. It's probably a client. I shouldn't answer it, or I should answer it, or whatever. So set your schedule. And then something that I found has helped me to with dinner and meal times is to plan ahead. And there's a lot of people that don't like kids in the kitchen, but I found that this is a fun way to get your kids involved and to have fun with them. So, on a Sunday, sometimes, we'll go to the grocery store, get all this stuff, and we'll make all the meals for the week ahead, me and the kids. And then it's fun family time still, but yet something functional that's going to help me for the rest of the week. I'm going to kind of hold off on more tips on how to blend the family and the business, and wait for the question and answer, because then I can get specifically like what your problem is with blending the two. So we're going to get right down into business building. So I hope that everyone has a pen and a paper. If you don't, go get it. And I talk really fast, but that's okay. So go get a pen and a paper, because the number one way to be successful in your business and your home life in 2016 is to get super clear on your goals and your dreams that you want to achieve for this year. I had a coach that told me once to set goals that scare you and that make you want to puke in your shoes. And I thought that was absolutely absurd. Why would anyone want to puke in their shoes? But then, the more we got to talking, it was Michelangelo who said that the greater danger for most of us is not setting a goal and failing, or setting a goal too high and failing, but setting a goal too low and achieving your mark. And the more I think about this, in order for me to really be excited and to get lit up by a goal, it has to be something that's going to get us off our butts and off of our Netflix binge, something that really excites you. I've done many things, and I used to be a swim coach in Newcastle. That's where I just moved from. And I had these girls, and one of them, she was a freshman in high school, and her goal, or her times from the previous season, wouldn't just qualify her for the swim meet, but it would have placed her pretty high in the state meet too. And so this is just an example of how I've seen, like, this step alone, let's set goals that scare you and make you want to puke in your shoes. So how it can completely transform your life and your business. With this particular swimmer, we sat down to set her goals for the beginning of the season, and with already a qualifying time, I was like, so what are your goals for the season? And she's like, well, I really want to qualify for state. And I was like, for real? Seriously? Like, it's totally bizarre. Like, knowing that she was selling herself short and that, that she could achieve so much more, I was like, okay, then what? And so then she kind of sat there and she thought for a minute, and she's like, oh, well, I guess it would be cool to place top 6. And that's all state in Wyoming. And so I was like, yes, that's a goal that scared her and that she didn't know how to achieve. That's an important one too. If you already know how to achieve a goal and it's like within your reach, then it's not big enough. You got to set it bigger. And after she set that goal, we created a plan for how she was going to achieve it. And she, I just saw her practice times were just through the roof. She went from just barely making her goal times and, going through the motions, just doing the bare minimum, to going above and beyond, and just like really, she was more competitive in practice. She went above and beyond what she needed to do to reach those goals. And at the end of the season, she ended up getting 3rd at state, which was pretty cool as a freshman in high school. So that was really exciting for me. And the reason that we want goals that scare us and they light us up, it's because they change us. They cause us to think and act differently and to show us what we're truly capable of. So if we set a goal too low, then we're not going to be motivated, or it's not going to be enough for us. And we have so much going on. So if our goals are too low, it's going to get put on the back burner and we're not going to do it. So if you have your pen and paper, I want you to write down, what is the goal that scares you? Is it making $5,000 a month consistently in your business, or taking your kids on a trip to Disney World, or a new car? What is it for you? And I'm going to give you guys a second to kind of think about that, and really, because this is going to be awesome. So, and once you have that goal, I want you to write it down somewhere where you're going to see it every single day. Every single day, whether it's next to your nightstand at bed, on your refrigerator, on the dashboard of your car, wherever it is, I want you to write this goal that scares you, that you don't know how to achieve, and put it somewhere, write it out, and put it somewhere where you're going to see it every single day. Because that is going to be what drives you and what motivates you and pushes you. And then once you have that goal, you have to do the work. So the second step in making 2016 your most successful year ever is to get out of the stands and into the water. See, I told you I was going to throw some swimming innuendos at you guys. But once you have a dream and a goal, you have to do the work. You have to be willing to put yourself out there and not just sit in the stands waiting and wishing for something to happen to you, waiting for that customer to call you, or that potential business builder to ask you for more information. You have to get out there and you have to ask for the sale. And a wise woman once told me that inspiration without action is merely entertainment. And that's so true. We can have these goals and these dreams and these wishes, but if we don't actually take a step towards them, then we're just entertaining ourselves. And then it's a waste of our time, and we could have been out playing catch with the kids in the backyard, or whatever you like to do. So even imperfect action is going to get you into momentum. So if you know you want to have 5 new customers this month, but you don't know how to do it, just doing something is better than not doing anything. A lot of times, us as saleswomen, or men, sorry, I don't mean to, I just figured it's mostly women here, but sometimes we just wait and we want everything to be perfect. We want that that Facebook post to be perfect. We want our the banner for that trade show. We want it to look perfect. We want everything to be perfect. And in that process, we don't do anything at all. And so just taking that imperfect action, you know, it's totally key, and that's going to get you into momentum, into getting those things and getting those actions right. So what is required for you as work in 2016? So on your little paper there, I want you to write down, what work do you have to do to achieve your goals in 2016? How many trade shows do you have to do? How many customers do you have to call? How many business builders do you have to have? And write that down. And because that's going to be the key to growing your business, is to do the work, to never settle, and do whatever it takes to reach your goals. And remember, you set some big goals that made you puke in your shoes a little bit. And the third step in making 2016 your best year ever is to surround yourself with a great coach and a great team. So what do all great athletes have in common? They have a really great stinking coach. And I know a couple of the gals on your guys' leadership team, and they are freaking rock stars. So plug into them, and they know this business inside and out, and they are going to completely help transform your business. So you need someone who will believe in you when you have a hard time believing in yourself. Someone who is going to push you past what you feel is possible. And someone that's going to remind you of your goals and why you're working so stinking hard. You know, sometimes when we're struggling to achieve our goals and to follow our dream, we have to borrow someone else's belief in us when we don't believe in ourselves. So, you know, when we're doing that work. And so the truth is, we all have to do the work ourselves, but none of us were meant to do it alone. We are a creature of connection and of teamwork, and we run in packs. And so working together as a team is key. So when you're feeling down, when you're feeling like you can't go any further, plug into that team. And so who is your coach? Who are the people, not just in your unique business, but who are the people, you know, husband, mom, sister, who are the people who are your support team, the ones that are going to lift you up and help you through when you start to struggle. And always, always, always surround yourself with people who are going to bring out the best in you. And the ones, the naysayers and the negative Nellies, you know, like, try to distance yourself from those guys. And, you know, really work towards hanging out with high achievers. And when you are hanging out with high achievers, you'll feel your vibration raise, and those sales are just going to come in like crazy. It's going to be friggin' awesome. And the fourth step in making this the best year ever is to don't give up when you hit the wall. So the wall is, this is what, when you work your tail off and you just don't seem to go anywhere. The road to your goals isn't always going to be easy. It's going to be hard. You're going to hit some roadblocks along the way, and that's totally normal. We all do in every business. I guarantee you someone has hit a wall somewhere along the way. So this is where most people give up. This is where most people quit. And this wall that I'm talking about, this separates those who succeed from those who don't. So because what most people don't realize is just on the other side of that wall is their goal and their dream. And I'm going to tell a little story. my dad and I used to go mountain biking when I was a kid. And he would take me on these excruciatingly rough terrain bike rides. And we'd be going, and, me as the little kid, I'd be like, oh my God, are we there yet? And my dad would say, just around the corner where you can't see. And so I'd go around the next corner and nothing. Just more work, more rocks, more hills, more just work. And so then we go around the next corner and be like, Dad, are we there yet? And he's like, just around the next corner where you can't see. And by now I knew, like, oh, this is going to be forever. Like, this sucks. And my legs were tired and I was shaking. And I knew that path behind me, I knew exactly how long it would take me to get back to the truck. And I could just wait for him right there. But I kept going because I trusted him and I believed in him. And so I kept going. I had to take a lot of breaks. I was a weenie. So we would stop. I'd have a little snack, drink some water, and we'd keep plugging along. And pretty soon, we made it to the top of this hill. And we live in the Black Hills. I don't know if everyone on the call is from the Black Hills area or not, but we made it to the top of this mountain. And there were just these amazing views that were, it's unexplainable how amazing this view from the top was. And, it just made me think that, if I would have quit halfway up the mountain when I couldn't see, like, just around the corner where I can't see, I didn't know if that was truly where it was, but I just had to keep going and trusting that that view from the top was totally worth it. And it was completely breathtaking. And, so when you hit that wall, and you will, because we all do, it's just part of the process. Reach out for the support of your team, your coaches. You might need to back off, take a little bit of a break, take a look at what you're working on from a new perspective. Go for a hike or a bike ride. Do something to get your mind off of that goal, that dream that you're working so hard to achieve. Rest for a while, but always, no matter what, always try again. Because when your goal is big enough, when it scares you and it really lights you up, it's always worth pushing through the wall. Because what you can't see is just on the other side of that wall is your goal, your dream, that thing that you've been pushing so hard to achieve. So, that is it for... Those are my 5 things. So hopefully you wrote this down. What is the goal that's going to get you out of bed every morning, get you off that Netflix binge, and get you working towards success? And a goal that both scares you and lights you up at the same time. A goal that's big enough that you're going to want to puke in your shoes a little bit. So, and 2, are you willing to get out of the stands and into the water? To do the work and never settle? Because the most successful people are the ones that they knew that it was going to be hard, but they did the work anyway. And they did whatever it took to achieve their goals and their dreams. And surround yourself surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you. Because when you surround yourself with the best, then you become the best. And that is a glorious feeling. And finally, on your way to your goals in 2016, you are going to hit a wall. I guarantee it. All of us do. It's just part of the process. So the wall, remember that the wall is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. And this isn't the time to give up. It's the time to push through, to persevere, to change your stroke, rest for a little bit, but most importantly, to try again. Because I promise you, your dream, your goal is just on the other side of that wall. So, with that, I want to open it up to questions. I know I didn't talk a lot about balancing home and that kind of stuff, but just any questions you have about growing your business, about, like Crystal said, I've been in direct sales, so I know a thing or two, not specifically about Unique, but about different things, and I know what it takes to grow a successful business. So please hit me with your best shot without me singing crazily to you guys, because I'll do that.
Feel free to unmute, ladies, and go ahead and with questions. That's kind of what the last little bit he is here for. So go right ahead. It's all open. Does anybody have any questions?
Quiet bunch today.
So I will start then, Jenny. So
Okay.
you said to kind of, you gave some examples on how to like get your kids involved and stuff like that. But I mean,
Yep.
Our biggest issue that we have, and I know I don't have it, but I know some of my girls on my team do, is like you said, balancing, the work and balancing, the home life and then balancing unique. There's a lot of girls on here who have, real life jobs, and then they have, the family to come home to, and then unique, and they're trying hard to find these times to put it in. And we all know that, we want to push those goals and we want to push past that wall, but how do you keep everything balanced? I mean, for lack of a better term, that's, how do you do it?
Okay. So, so about your question about, you have your real life job, and then unique, and then family too. Depending on what that real life job is, every person that you make, every connection that you make during your real life job could potentially be a unique customer too. And I mean, of course, if you're like working at Walmart, you can't be handing out, unique flyers. Well, maybe you could, I don't know. But again, it's in scheduling. So if there's no way for you to blend your real job and this job, I know a lot of nurses that do them both and have parties and stuff like that, but set out the days, if you want, depending on how serious you want to get, that's the thing. Set aside 2 or 3 days where, after work you're going to work from, you get off work at 5 o'clock and you're going to work from 5 to 9 on your unique business. So during that, you're going to be making phone calls. You're going to be, and then, I don't know, calling, making sales, delivering products. But again, it's in the scheduling and finding, I can tell you like a schedule that works for me, but that's not going to work for you. So finding a schedule that works for you, that you feel confident and comfortable with, and you don't feel like you're neglecting your family. I know that when I was in direct sales, that was my biggest thing, was I was taking phone calls until 10, 11 o'clock at night, and kind of just shooing my kids in the bedroom and shutting the door, and not spending that quality time putting them to bed. So blocking off that time that, I'm going to, from 5 to 9, I'm going to put my kids to bed, or have dinner with my family, put my kids to bed, and have an hour with my husband. After that, I can do 2 more hours answering calls or whatever, but it's all in the scheduling. The scheduling is going to be key with not losing your sanity during like growing your business, for sure. Did that answer your question or not really?
Oh, that answers it perfectly. Absolutely perfectly.
Okay.
Does anybody else have any questions?
I don't have a question, but I just want to say that was really awesome. I took some notes down, and I wrote down, even imperfect action will give you momentum, and I think that right there is key, that sometimes I think we're so focused on getting big results that we forget that anything that we're doing to strive to be better is going to keep us going. And I think to celebrate those little things that we do, like sometimes it is just, I woke up this morning and I, answered a few customers' questions, and if that's all you could do that day, be proud that at least you're building relationships with those, 3 people that you messaged that day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
Anyone else have questions? Sorry. Oh, somebody was talking.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
As I say, if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and end this tonight. And after we go offline, if you guys just didn't want to, if you have anything else for Jenny, go ahead. We'll stay on here.
I would like, if you guys are open to it, I would like to hear some of the goals that you guys are setting for this year.
Ooh,
if you guys are willing to stay on the line and share with me, I'd love to hear what you guys have planning for yourselves. And say your name too, so I can write that down.
Does anybody else want to go first? Like I said, Jenny's kind of my life coach, so she already kind of knows my goals. I think she has them written down somewhere. So if anybody else wants to go, that's perfectly fine.
If not, I'm going to call on you first, Crystal.
Well, I will say mine then. Mine are to hit black status by this year, which, like I said, Jenny already has it wrote down. But mine's to hit black status by June, and to sponsor 100 people, which is really big for me. So, let's. I don't know, Ashley, can you talk? I don't know if you can or can't. I don't know if she has a microphone.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, I can talk. My goals, well, I don't know about goals, like my main focus this year is growing my team. I feel like if I'm just growing my team, then the rest will follow. That's my main focus. I mean, I have a goal of hitting black status. Oh, can't believe I said that out loud. But I feel like if I am focused on just growing my team, then all of that is going to fall into place regardless.
Perfect.
Puke in your shoes, Ashley. Puke in your shoes.
I was just going to say that. So this is good. So you and Crystal can team up together and hit black and be that support system and that person that, if you're having a bad day, Ashley, you can call Crystal and say, you know what, I'm done with this crap. I'm not gonna puke in my shoes. Like, I think I should set a smaller goal. I can, and then you can reach out to Crystal for help because you guys want to be in this high vibration with each other, and you can borrow her belief in you, and she's going to tell you, no, you can do this, you got this, what can we do, what can I do to help you, and then you guys can work through it together. I think that you guys will be a good power team together, and you guys have big goals, and like I said, we all have to do the work ourselves, but none of us we can't really do it on our own. We're not meant to. So reach out for that help and that support and support each other. That's going to be key to your guys' successes, and hold each other accountable too.
I think holding each other accountable is going to be the thing, because she's definitely my support right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe we need to step it up in holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. And I find too, a lot of times, like when people create these mastermind groups or these support systems, you have to kind of know like your group's motivational style. Like some people are like, hold your heels to the fire, go, go, go. They need pushed. And sometimes just saying, Crystal, quit being dumb and just go out there and make a sale. Like some people really respond to that kind of stuff. And then other people you have to be a lot more gentler with. So that's going to be fun to have you guys work together and figure out your motivational style. And are you the type of person, and this will be good for your mastermind, you tell Crystal, are you the type of person that needs, you need whipped and you need like, you go out there, you go get it, hoorah? Or are you the type of person that needs a little more coddling and a nicer motivation? Do you know what your motivational style is?
Probably a combination of both.
Okay.
At times I need someone to beat me down to build me up, and other times I just need someone to snuggle me.
Yeah. I get that. I get that a lot.
Gosh, I'm dying over here.
So, but the one thing that is is key. You can be a loving, coddling, nurturing motivator without totally lowering your, like, if, say, Ashley, if you call Crystal and you need a coddling motivational moment, she can do that in a way where she doesn't come down to your level and down to your vibration, where she can say, you know what, this sucks right now. Why don't you just, relax for a little while and call me in a couple days and we'll talk about it again. Like, there's a way there versus, you know what, yeah, maybe we should just pick a smaller goal, or, like, there's that kind of coddling that's not conducive to reaching goals. And then there's the coddling that's like, yeah, rest, mama bear, you've got a fever, let me put a ice pack on your forehead, let's try again tomorrow, versus, yeah, let's just change your goals. So make sure that you guys aren't doing that, like small, making yourself small, going for smaller goals. Make sure that you guys do it in a way that builds confidence, and then builds up to a higher goal. So that's going to be key too for you guys, if that makes sense at all.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Do we have anybody else that wants to share their goals?
I'll step out of my comfort zone and do mine.
Yay!
I know a couple of you know me, but so I've been yellow for a little over a year, and so because you said make one that scares me, I want to go green by the December. My biggest struggle though is sponsoring. I can get my own sales. I can meet a few months of the year. I can meet that 500 that I would need, but I don't have the downline, and that's where my biggest struggle is.
Okay, so let's explore that a little bit. Have you ever sponsored anyone?
Yes. I actually have 2 that are active right now. But they don't, like, one of them that's active, she purchased this for herself. So she's been staying active for probably 4 months by purchasing items for herself. My second girl just reactivated this month, and so she's qualified, but she's not, I don't know where she's going to go with the next 3 months. I'm hopeful that she'll do better than she did the last 3 months, but it's kind of a waiting game.
Okay. So I would suggest for those, and you can always bring more people in, but find their why. Find what motivates them. Because, and I was talking to Crystal about this the other day. I have heard so many times people that do these home-based businesses, and they say, well, I just want to get my stuff for free, or I just want to I just want it for fun money, and, things like that. And I'm going to call the BS flag. Nobody signs up for, I don't know what the enrollment kit is. Usually they're between $100 and $500. Nobody signs up for that to make a couple fun money. Like, deep down, their desire, like, if they truly believed that they could make a living selling makeup, who the heck wouldn't want to do that? So, and so the truth is, anyone that you get in the door and is like, I want to do this, but, or I'm just doing it for this, that's fine. Find out their why. Because, maybe it's a trip to Disney World or whatever it is. Find out what really makes them tick and what makes them light up. And so in the first step, when I talked about setting goals that scare you and make you want to puke in your shoes a little bit, a lot of times it's people's insecurities that prevent them from setting goals at all. So if you can figure out why they signed up in the first place, like truly why, they can get makeup at a discount other ways than signing up as a promoter. So find their why and hold them accountable to it. So if that makes sense at all.
It does.
Okay. And so with that, that's the key to building a strong downline and a strong team. And you're going to get some people that that'll fizzle out. That's fine. But once you have that sponsor, then your job is to love and nurture and train them and hold them accountable to their goals. So a lot of times when you have somebody, and a lot of times too in direct marketing, you get people that are so motivated, they want this, they want this, they want this. They start out, they do the work, and then they don't achieve their goals right away. Like they're at that wall. They hit the wall, they're working, they're not seeing the results. Then that's when you see them, I don't want to do this at all. And I know this because I was one of them. So super successful and then just stopped because it got hard. So with every single person that you bring in, you are now their coach. You are their motivator. You're their whatever. And you can reach up to your upline and have them help you too, because then they're training you to be a good sponsor as well. So I think I'm just like babbling right now, so I'm going to stop and let you guys process that for a second. Did that make sense at all?
It did, thank you.
Okay.
Do we have anybody else that wants to share their goals? I know Jamie said she can't talk. Oh, she says if I want to say it for her, she can, but she can't talk actually. So
Okay.
Her husband is sleeping, so she can't unmute herself essentially.
Oh, those darn sleeping husbands.
Well, I can share my goals.
Okay.
So my personal goal is to hit black, but that is not necessarily what I want to focus on because I don't know. I feel like I do better when my goals are more service oriented. If it's all about me, it just makes me feel uncomfortable, and so I don't. It's just a weird thing. So my goal is to be able to help 6 girls hit elite status and be strong so that they don't ever go backwards. They're always maintaining that elite status or going and promoting, further. Because what that means is it means that their teams are growing. It means that they are providing, for their families even more, and that they have a team that's successful, and it means that their girls are also making money and being able to provide, for their families. Because that's ultimately my goal, is to help women to be able to stay home should they choose to, and be able to raise their family and enjoy their family, but also be successful and feel, empowered and validated. So that is my goal this year, is to get 6 elites, strong elites. If I do that, I'm for sure black, but it's just, I don't know, helping people hit that elite status is just, it's such an honor to be green or higher, and there's so many amazing opportunities that come once you hit green, like going to, our leadership retreat. Bigger bonuses come once you hit elite. I just want that so bad if I could have all of my girls hit elite, that would be amazing. And, I can strive for that, but it is ultimately, what their goals are. But I know out of the team that I do currently have, there's at least 6 that want it this year. And so that's my goal, is to get those 6 there and strong.
Awesome. I like that you said it's an honor to be green or higher. Then, you're really doing a service to people, and that's really great. And some people will say, oh, it's just makeup, or, it's just another pyramid scheme or whatever, but it's not. You are providing a service to these people and it's needed, and it makes people feel great. And then helping people succeed, there's no greater feeling in the world than helping people succeed. And there's no faster way for you to succeed yourself than to help other people succeed. And I think that's important for people, anyone that in whatever business you're doing, the fastest way to success is helping other people to succeed. So, and it's also the most rewarding. So I love. I'm going to take that quote and put it into my own business, because I think that's really cool, that it's an honor to be green or higher. So that's awesome. Thank you. You just life coached me tonight. Isn't that great?
All right, so Jamie messaged me, and she says, okay, makes me want to throw up a little. She wants to be green by December. Woohoo! And so that's Jamie's goal.
Awesome.
I think we have one other person on here. Anna. Anna, do you want to share? She might not be able to talk. Some girls don't have phones, so. Well, we are kind of hitting the hour mark.
Can you hear me? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry, my phone might die, so if I cut out, it's because I had to run out. My husband was sleeping too, so.
Oh.
But I am super new to Unique. I started in November, so my goals are a little normal, I would say. I'm kind of with Holly, though. I've never really been a lot like about myself. I really like to help other people, so my main goal is to build a successful team. I don't necessarily want to focus on a very large team, but I want to build a very successful, strong team. So that's probably my goal for this year, and I would like to be elite by December. So those are probably my two goals, and maybe perfect a party. I have my first party coming up on Monday, so I'm a little nervous.
Awesome. Cool. Was that everyone? Everyone's questions get answered?
I am seeing a Sue on here, but I don't see a profile picture, so I don't know who that, if that's a person that's on or accidentally on or something. Yeah. I can't see who, let's see. I can't tell who the Sue is because it doesn't give their last name or anything.
I think that is, what was her last name? Sue Gibbs, I think is who it is.
Sue's on. I hope she can talk. I love Sue.
I know she's kind of gone back and forth on coming in and coming out, so I'm not sure if she can talk or not. Give her a couple minutes.
Well, I'll start talking, and if she can talk, super cool, I'll stop. Sometimes I am able to stop myself from talking, sometimes I'm not. So, but just kind of a takeaway from today. I am so grateful that you guys asked me to kind of work with you guys today and help you with your goals and your business and balancing home and family life. If you guys have any questions beyond this, like, please don't hesitate to call or email me. Facebook, I love Facebook. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me is through Facebook. But take what you guys learned today and take it back to your team. You guys want to build a strong team, and this is all about success. And I guarantee you that if you guys follow these steps and you take this back to your team, that you guys are going to have nothing but success in 2016. And set those goals that make you want to puke in your shoes and do the work. You know, you have these goals. They're not just going to come to you. You got to get out there, put yourself out there. Team leaders, build your team. Build your strong team. Quality over quantity. It's better to have really good business builders than, you know, a few good ones than a lot of not good ones. And it's your job as a sponsor to find their motivation and to hold them accountable and to be that person that you push them to their goals and that they can borrow your belief in them when they don't believe in themselves. As a consultant, when you get out there, you reach out to your team. So a couple, Crystal and Ashley, you guys are a power team. I have nominated you so, and I know there's so many out there. Find that mastermind group, those people, those partners in believing that you guys can get together, maybe get together once a week for a 15-minute check-in. Just how's everyone doing? What are you struggling with? Be that team for each other. And then help each other to push through when you hit the wall, because right on the other side of that wall is your goal and your dream. So it is now your job, because you guys were on this call with me, to help others grow, and let it be an honor to serve the people who come into your group as sponsors. And not just that, but you guys are a family, and you guys really build each other up and hold each other accountable, and just be freaking awesome this year. How does that sound? Yay, everyone.
I love it. Thank you so much, Jenny.
Super exciting.
Cool. And I have, if you guys are interested, I have like Facebook support groups that I use for coaching clients. A lot of the people in there are health and life coaches. So, but if you guys are interested, you guys can always join that group. Or if you guys are interested in maybe some one-on-one or group coaching, I always do like a free business consultation for anyone that's interested in that too. If you want to talk one-on-one, if you want to get down and dirty on what your goals are, and you know that you need that little push there too, feel free to do that. Call me for a free consult, or just call and say, hi, how's it going? I like that too. So.
Jenny likes to talk. I can tell this from personal experience. We get on top for reasons, sometimes we don't shut up. So
it happens.
I will also put a link to Jenny's page as well in group too. So if you guys do need to get a hold of her, you guys can find her too. Thank you so much, Jenny. You know how much I love Endora. So
thank you guys.
I don't know how the rest of the girls got, but I got a lot out of this, and I'm just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Cool. So. You're welcome. I'm so excited, you guys. I want you guys to keep in touch with me. Message me your goals and what your action steps to take them. I really want to see you guys succeed this year. So reach out to me. I am now part of your team. It's done. I'm there. So I want you guys to reach out for me for support too, please. Please.
Absolutely. Well, that's about it for tonight, ladies. We kept it under the hour mark, so yay!
Yay! Cool.
So we will get this link posted in group as well, so if you guys didn't catch anything or you want to go back and rewatch it, it'll be in there as well. And thank you guys all for being on tonight to watch it. And that's it for this week, or for this training. So thank you again, Jenny. And we will
Good night, guys.
So much.
Good luck. Happy 2016.